And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
Now Booker with Tucker on him. Throws it up for 8. Shot blocked by Antetokounmpo. What a block from Giannis.
17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining. And they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the Taproom Sports Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks. Lads, here with my boy, Mr. Big Ballin' Ben Larson. What's going on tonight, Ben?
It is fucking hot. Oh my God, it's hot. Out here in the Bay, had triple digits today. I know that's a normal thing for you, but
dude, we weren't. I don't even think we were in triple digits today, to be honest.
Yeah, you were just over 100. I checked earlier, so.
I mean, dude, 100 doesn't even feel like anything anymore after a while, dude. It just feels like 90.
Yeah.
It's pretty
crazy.
crazy.
Vegas was high at 101 today.
Oh my God, that is absolutely insane.
I mean, it is still hotter in Vegas right now than it is in San Jose, but not by much. It's 84 here, 92 in Vegas, but
Ooh.
You're inside in that nice AC house. I'm sitting out in a hot ass garage, so
yep.
I definitely adjusted my drink for the night to definitely hit up with today's happening. So
there we go.
Oh yeah.
There we.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right, man. First of all, I want to say shout out to my daughter Paisley. Her 5th birthday
Happy
today.
Birthday.
Yep. So we had some fun today. She also, you remember that song, It's My Birthday, I Can Cry If You Want To? Had a couple of those moments.
Oh man.
Even had a moment where she said she doesn't want to be 5. She wants to be 4 still.
Dang.
So that was pretty interesting. Never dealt with that one before. But yeah, man, other than that, been a phenomenal day. Me and Irvin did an 18 parlay today again.
Nice.
Went 6-8 on it, dude.
Okay, that's still pretty damn good.
We had over 9 Pirates and Cubs. The Pirates score 7 runs. The Cubs score 1. We lose. And keep in mind, it was 7-1 in like the 6th inning, so there was no runs scored for like the last, fucking 3-4 innings. Yeah. And then the Mets obviously fucked us. They fucking lost. They got fucking beat bad.
Yep.
But I mean, it was a great day because I bet them all individually. Plus, I had Arkansas -1.5 in the College World Series, and they beat the dog shit out of Auburn today.
Yep.
So that was dope. I am sad though because your Stanford Cardinal got eliminated, Ben, which means my 70-1 play on Stanford to win the College World Series is a wrap. But I was looking at it a little differently. I was like, Ben, I can't. My luck got to run out on those futures at some point, dude.
Exactly.
And it just so happened to be that one. Yeah, but Stanford had a great year, Ben.
Oh, they did. Super impressed with the way that they played, and they're gonna lose a couple players over the offseason, over to the draft, but
they do got some good young players.
Yep, exactly. They're gonna come out really strong next year. So,
and I feel like that was the issue. They're like freshmen that they have, like, kind of fell flat in the 2 World Series games.
Yeah.
Which kind of like hurt them. Plus, like, they really rely on the long ball, and they were not able to hit home runs, dude.
Yep.
And that kind of really, really hurt them. But College World Series has been great, man. There's a couple good games on tomorrow too. If you haven't been paying attention, you gotta tap into the College World Series, man. It's just something else. And one day I gotta get out to Omaha for it, dude.
Yeah.
Have to. But I must start with we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. That is craft beer delivered straight to your front door. You don't even have to move. It is that easy. So make sure to go there, Devour.com. Use promo code Taproom. We're hooking you up. You're helping us. We're helping you. Let's go. Ben, you sipping on anything tonight?
I am. So, because of the heat, I had to move away from heavy beers out here. So I'm going with, still from Brewing Company, 10 Barrel Brewing Company. I'm going with the classic margarita. So tequila, triple sec, lime, natural flavors, coming in at 9%.
Oh,
definitely 9%.
Nice.
And for a canned margarita, this one's pretty good. I've had a couple different margaritas, and I've always enjoyed the 10 Barrel Brewing Company's margarita. So
yeah,
definitely a good pickup.
Those are pretty good. I've had a couple of those. Those are nice.
Yeah.
I'm sipping on a Short Throw Brewing Company collaboration with Other Half Brewing Company.
Nice.
This is the Bank Shot Double IPA. It's 8.1%. I probably should have done this during basketball or like the NBA Finals or something, but honestly, it's been sitting in my fridge probably for like 4 months.
Ooh.
Maybe not that long. It was brewed in March, March 14th. It's been sitting in there a while, dude. And then, I haven't even really, I've just been chilling today, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do a double IPA tonight.
There we go. Go big.
Go big or go home, baby.
There we go.
But Ben, obviously the NBA Finals are winding down. We don't have a ton to talk about. I, however, did want to begin, before we get into NHL preview, I did want to ask if you heard about Brooks Koepka leaving the not leaving the PGA Tour. Technically, he's joining the Live Tour.
Yep.
So this makes like another washed up golfer on the Live Tour, but it comes after he says like he doesn't play for money and he likes the competition in the PGA Tour. So obviously money talks, right?
Exactly. Yep. And I'm sure he's making 6-figure million. No, I guess not 6-figure, but 9-figure, 100 million at least to go over there and play.
I don't know about 100 million, but yeah, they're paying these guys pretty hefty amounts of money. What's your thoughts on like the PGA Tour saying that they're going to ban anyone that plays on the Live Tour? Like, are you for that or against that, or like, what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I don't think they legally can do that. But it's definitely going to be, it's starting to get a little bit more of a competition there. I mean, it is a bunch of, no names at the bottom of the pack out there. And then you've got your players who, were once big PGA Tour players that are playing out there. And, it's getting a little bit better with more names on the top, but I mean, money talks. And I think that's the biggest thing that we're seeing with Live. And I just don't think they'll be able to like ban them from the PGA with the way that their contracts were set up and the way that
I don't think you have a contract in the PGA. I think
you do.
No, I think you just like you obviously have to have a PGA Tour card to play, but you have to pay for that and you have to try out.
Yeah, but no, they're on contracts and all of them are lawyered up. That's why the suspensions aren't really too much of a worry for them, because and we saw some of them come back and play.
Well, the US Open is it's an open event though. You don't have to be a PGA Tour. That's because the top amateur of the world always gets to play the US Open. It's not a PGA event. It's a USGA event, US Golf Association.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still think,
because that's the other thing is like the Masters isn't technically a PGA championship either. So I think that's the biggest thing. If the Masters, if they come in and they're like, nah, if you play on the Live, you can't play in our tournament. Yeah. I think that does extreme damage to the Live tournament, because all those golfers that are on the Live tournament, and maybe not so, because a lot of them, they're not going to compete for a green jacket anytime soon anyways. They're all washed up. Like Phil Mickelson, Kevin Na. I mean, he's all right. Brooks Koepka hasn't been good in a long time, dude. Barely even made the cut at the US Open. So, I mean, like, a lot of these guys, like, they're getting paid, and it gives them zero incentive to be good on the actual Live tournament. Like, they just get paid to show up. Whereas PGA Tour, they make most of their money on endorsements, which you have to be good to get endorsements, right? If you suck, your endorsements are going to go away. So there's more incentive to be good on the PGA Tour. I mean, I don't care if guys go to the Live Tour, because I think ultimately at the end of the day, like, the PGA Tour is still going to reign supreme.
Yeah.
You know, if guys want to play in the Live Tour, so be it, dude. Like the Live Tour is only gonna have 40 competitors a week. You know what I mean? And you know, if they're not good, if they don't have good ratings soon, like they don't even have a TV deal. Like they're getting all their shit's online. You know what I mean? So I don't know if the Live Tour is gonna last because the golf wasn't good in the first round. But I do like some things that they're doing, which the PGA Tour should take.
Yeah.
You know, the shotgun start is awesome. The fact the leaderboard that they have, like it looks like a fucking F1 race. Like I like that leaderboard. And I do think the PGA Tour, like they need to play more to the sports gambling community because that's going to be a big part of their viewers now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anything that they can do, I mean, we got to remember, dude, the PGA Tour just started allowing cell phones like 6 years ago, dude. You know what I mean? Like they need to modernize, and maybe this is what it's going to take is a competitor because they've really never had competition.
It's very true. Kupka is receiving, similar to Dustin Johnson deal, $150 million.
Just to show up?
Yep.
Where the fuck they get this money from? I know the Saudi bank is backing it, but
yeah,
that's a lot of fucking money, dude.
It's a lot. Yep.
That's $300 million between just two golfers.
Yep.
And that tournament is not making $300 million, dude.
Well, and you wonder, like, with these golfers, you know, seeing that $150 million bag, like, they're probably not going to make that throughout their whole, you know, careers, their remaining career in the PGA. So why not go over there and sign a huge, you know, bonus structured contract? And
yeah, but if the golf isn't good, then you lose sponsorships because no one's going to watch.
You're getting $150 million. They're not going to be making that.
True, but what if the league folds after this year?
They're still contractually obligated to pay that money.
Yeah, but no, what I'm saying is like that league folds this year and then they have to come crawling back to the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, like, yeah, the PGA Tour is not giving them $150 million, but look at Tiger Woods. And obviously Tiger's like an exception to the rule. He's like one of the greatest golfers that ever lived.
Koepka is not a Tiger Woods. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a washed up golfer, I don't blame them for going over there. Like, you don't have to win. You're getting paid just to go play.
Yeah, and that's just $150 million on top of what they could win. And with a field that's not that great, with the lowest player who's playing making $150K, you're making a ton of money over there.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if the tournament lasts, dude, to be honest.
Yeah.
If the league
Let's see if they have what's listed for the winner's purse.
Well, I mean, that one dude that won the first tournament won like 6.5 mil or something. He won a lot of fucking money.
4.75 million.
And that dude's like an average golfer, dude.
Yeah, 4 million for finishing first, and
I shouldn't say average golfer.
750,000.
Average to the professional.
Yeah.
Fucking would beat the shit out of me on a golf course, but still.
Total purse at each live event is 25 million.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, dude, I think the live tournament is doing some good things, but the PGA Tour, they're going to adapt. And like I said, the Masters eventually controls all of this. If for some reason the live tournament does, or the tour does make it to next year, and the Masters comes in and says, hey, you guys can't play here if you're on the live tour, that is going to change a lot of golfers' decisions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think guys will go to the live tour because the Masters is the most watched tournament every year.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where guys like make a name for themselves. You're not a good golfer. You're not a great golfer unless you win a green jacket.
Yeah. But for these guys who are declining, is there even a chance for them to win? I mean, yeah, you can go out
for
there
them
and
it's like cool, but I'm talking about like for other guys, like, you know, a Matt Fitzpatrick, for example. If Liv comes calling to him, hey, we'll give you 150 million. You know, he's in the midst of his prime, right?
Yeah.
But if the Masters is like, hey, you can't play here if you go over there, you know, that decision I think changes what someone like him would do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or
win the Masters,
a Will Zalatoris, or fucking Scotty Scheffler, like those guys are at the top of their game right now. Like, if they can't play the Masters, I don't see them leaving.
Look at this though. The Masters purse is 15 million total. Winner gets 2.7.
Yeah, but the endorsements you get off of
Oh,
that,
absolutely.
obviously
But
it's
for
not
people who are
150
money
million.
hungry, yeah, for people who are money hungry, you go for that extra 10 million in the purse, and you're doubling what you win at a live event to any of the Masters,
Yeah, that's
or
true.
any live event to what you'd make in the Masters. So,
It's gonna
and
be
you can get the
interesting,
team
man.
purse at the live event.
It's gonna be absolutely, yeah. Like I said, dude, there's a lot of good things I like about what the live does, but the golf
Yeah.
on that first tournament was fucking atrocious, dude. It was bad golf for professional golf.
Yeah,
It was not the U.S. Open.
that's very true.
You know. All right, let's move into the Stanley Cup game, Ben. I probably should have pulled this up while we were talking about the golf tournament. Shame on me, unprepared. What's new?
Tampa Bay minus 120.
I'm seeing a pick 'em at circa.
Over under of 6. That was where it opened. Sorry.
I'm seeing consensus pick 'em right now too. So I'm guessing most books have a pick 'em. Minus 110 each side. Colorado minus 110, Tampa minus 110. Over under still at 6. And then the spread obviously minus 1.5 juiced to plus 1.5 for Tampa, minus 267. Minus 1.5 is plus 225. So some good value there if you really like Colorado.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on this game here, Ben? Obviously, Tampa Bay coming off that Game 3 win. It was basically a must-win for them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So do you think Tampa really stands a chance in the series, or do you think Colorado takes this Game 4 and then goes back home and takes care of business? Like, what's your thoughts on this?
I think Colorado takes this game, and then I think they come back and take Game 5. I think it's only going to be a 5-game series here. We knew Tampa Bay was going to win one of them. This definitely gives them a little bit of momentum here, but I don't necessarily think that they've got really a lot going from this game. You're going to have Braden Point out, which is definitely a big hit for them. Kucherov is day-to-day. He's probably going to be playing, but he won't be at 100% here. So, you've got some injuries coming back from the Lightning. Kadri, Cogliano, and Burakovsky have been injured. So, they're not losing any more players here. I think this was just one that, Tampa
Kucherov
Bay
could be out. I don't know his status, but he left last game hurt.
He did leave last game, but he's likely to play. So, it just is, first time at home in a few games in the finals. You're going to be bringing a little bit more. It doesn't surprise me that Tampa Bay took this game and took it handily. Not going to lie there. A 6-2 win is big. But I don't think Colorado is going to get in the penalty trouble again. I know that was only the last goal number 6 for Tampa Bay, that they got that power play goal. But like, everything was just kind of firing for Tampa Bay. And I think that has a lot to do with them being at home and it being that first game there. So I think Colorado is going to come back strong in this one. I really like the over of 6 goals.
Might as well
every
just keep playing it.
Yeah.
Until it loses.
Every single game has gone over so far this series. And these are just two dynamic offenses. So I think you can push for, at least 6 goals. And again, you have that buffer of, if it hits 6, it's a wash there. I mean, both teams are scoring. Colorado 3.76, Tampa Bay 3.48. Goals allowed are both really close to 2.83 for Colorado, 2.78 for Tampa Bay. So, it's likely this is the bet that I like the most out of this game, is that over 6.
Yeah. I actually like Colorado tomorrow because honestly, I thought they dominated the first period, and then the second period things kind of got out of hand. Like, they're in the penalty box for fucking like 14 minutes of the second period. It seemed like, so I know Tampa didn't score power play goals necessarily, but still, like, it puts Colorado at a disadvantage to score, right?
Yeah,
and that's kind of how you beat Colorado. Colorado 2 for 4 on the power play, 50%, which is fucking incredible, right? Yep. And Colorado led the league in 5-on-5 goal scoring margin throughout the entire season by almost 2 goals.
Yeah.
So they dominated 5-on-5 play. I mean, they dominated 5-on-5 play against the Oilers too, man.
Yep.
In Colorado, they were coming off like 9 straight wins in the postseason, dude. They were due for a loss. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? Like,
Yep.
it was, or I'm sorry, not 9 straight wins, but it was like 9 out of, no, it was like 9 straight wins, right?
7 straight.
7 straight wins, 7 straight wins, and they only had 1 loss in the entire postseason.
Yep.
So,
well, and I think another thing too is we knew Vasilevsky was going to come back strong after that 7-0.
Yeah, and he had a great game, dude, because Colorado put up almost 40 shots on goal, or 40 shots. I think like 30 or 29 of them were technically on goal. So still a really great game for Vasilevsky, but I doubt Tampa ever is that good 5-on-5 against Colorado again in this series.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that they were dog shit in the power play 2 for 6, I mean, dude, that doesn't bode well. You know what I mean? And Colorado is 2 for 4, and Colorado's not going to, like you said, they're not going to get in the penalty box like that again.
Yeah.
Because that's what really changed the game, Ben, in that second period was like they were in the penalty box so much. They were playing 4-on-5.
Yeah.
They weren't able to score. Yeah. So I mean, I
didn't do a groove with that.
I think Colorado bounces back. McKinnon is yet to score a goal in this Stanley Cup final too, so he's bound to score in this game.
Which is also crazy because there's been 22 goals so far combined between both teams.
I think that's a good play tomorrow too. Is McKinnon anytime goal scorer? You could probably get it like plus 145, plus 150. I think that's a solid bet too. I'd also probably play Colorado's total over. Even though it's probably going to be juiced to the over, like minus 145 at 2.5, I would still play that. I played it last game, didn't break my way because like I said, that it was tough sledding last game. But Colorado's a better team, man. I think we all agree on that. Yeah, you and I definitely agree on it. Irvin agrees with it.
What's the? You said Colorado team total 2.5, over is minus 155.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I got it minus 145 last game. I played it. I played it the first game and the second game. Like I'll play it every game, so it's likely gonna hit every game.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, 155 is not the best odds, but doesn't.
It's still so likely to happen, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Unfortunately, you can't bump it up to 3.5.
Nah, because then the books would get killed. Because I mean, even the over 6 tomorrow. I mean, it's actually juiced to the under. I'm seeing minus 116 consensus.
Yeah.
Minus 115 on the under 6 at Circa. So I mean, you could play that over 6, and you're getting good value at minus 105.
Yeah, you could pop it down to 5.5, and you hit minus 140. That's not too bad.
Yeah, because I don't see a scenario. I mean, you could say like, oh well, you know, game 2. Tampa didn't score and Colorado scored 7, and then game 3, Tampa scored 6 and Colorado only scored 2. So do we expect a team to score 5 or 6 goals? I mean, I would say yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I honestly, that's why I played that over 2.5, because I was like, all right, even if Colorado loses this game, they're probably going to lose like 4-3 or 5-3.
Yeah.
But they lost 6-2. So.
Damn, I almost want to throw some money on exact total goals, overtime not included. Exactly 0 plus 10,000.
Yeah, but that's like so unlikely to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Bro. This was 1999, maybe, bro.
Yeah.
But nah, not today's game, bro. No way. Like nowadays, if you can't score, you don't have a chance in the NHL. You have to be able to put pucks in the net.
Yeah.
You got to be able to win 4-3 games, or else you're absolutely useless.
Okay, what do you think? Score first 9.5 minutes. Yes, minus 165. No, plus 125.
I mean, there's been a goal in the first 10 minutes in the last fucking 3 games, so I would keep riding it too until it loses, you know?
Will the game go to overtime? Yes, plus 250. No, minus 400.
Minus 400?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. No, thank you. Like, if you like Colorado, I would probably play Colorado to win in regulation. Well, actually, I mean, I would play them straight up because it's minus 110. That's good value if you like them. So I would play the minus 110, and then you could probably get like plus 125, plus 150 to win in regulation. And then you can also take their team total over 2.5. I think those are all solid plays. Plus, the over, I think, is a good play here. I'm just all over Colorado in this series, dude. Like,
yeah.
I know Tampa Bay won last game, but we kind of anticipated that. We even said it on Sunday night show. Like, neither of us wanted to bet that game because it was either you take Colorado or you don't play the game at all. And that was how I felt about that game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So going into this game, I'm much more confident because Tampa did get their win.
Yep.
That Colorado is going to win this game. Because if Colorado won Game 3, I would have taken Colorado Game 4. I would have taken Colorado Game 4 either way to win. Because I just think they're the better team.
Oh, they're definitely the better team, but I still don't see this as. I mean, obviously, it can't be now, but I didn't see this as a sweep. So,
I mean, like, bro, when you get down 3-0, I feel like that's so deflating, dude. You're just like,
yeah, but they're the
fuck.
defending Stanley Cup champions twice. They're not gonna just give up.
True, but I mean, like, how many
3-1.
NHL series have been 3-0 and the team wins? Like 2?
Yeah,
both against the Sharks.
3-1. They were down 3-1 and they won it. So,
but remember, the Kings were down 3-0, right? When they won and went on to win the cup.
3-1.
Was it 3-1? I thought it was 3-0 for some reason.
I think.
What I do know is that it did happen to the Sharks. So,
oh yeah,
just the Sharks like. All right, so we're both in agreement here. We both like Colorado here for sure.
Yep.
You like the over. I lean the over, kind of going to stay away from it. I really like Colorado over 2.5 team total.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite play from this game. I'm just going to keep riding it. It lost last game, but it hit the 2 previous games. So,
yeah.
Keep riding it till the wheels fall off, baby.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, let's hop into some Major League Baseball, Ben. So let's talk some future. So last week we talked about division odds. This week let's talk some player futures in NL Cy Young. So these are consensus odds between a ton of books. Right now I'm just gonna name the top 5. Right now NL, Sandy Alcantara plus 273, Corbin Burns plus 400, Joe Musgrove plus 450. Max Fried plus 1192, and Tony the Cat Gonsolin plus 1300. And then you got some long shots: Zach Wheeler, Carlos Rodon, Austin Nola, Pablo Lopez, Kyle Wright, and then Josh Hader, the only non-starter on this list.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who do you like here?
I think I'm gonna have to go with Musgrove.
Really?
Yeah, I like Musgrove. I mean, Alcantara is good too, but his strikeout numbers are pretty low. Corbin Burns also kind of gets me, thinking as well. 11 and a half strikeouts per 9. And only 2 walks per 9 there. The thing I don't like about Alcantara is he's not striking them out a lot. He does he gets players out when he needs to. He's got a high left on base percentage, but Corbin Burns 11.56 strikeouts per 9, only 2 walks per 9. He does allow a home run per 9 inning, but he's keeping the opponent's batting average really low, and he's been a strong pitcher on a team that it's the only thing they have going for them right now is their pitching.
Who? The Brewers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Corbin Burns won the Cy Young last year. He was much better.
Yep.
2.68 xFIP this year. Sandy Alcantara 3.44 xFIP, 1.72 ERA. So that tells you that they're at one point, at some time, there's going to be a little bit of regression. However, Sandy Alcantara gets a ton of ground balls, dude. 54% of balls in play are ground balls, which is like, that's like elite status, dude. When you get that, that's good because that means you're not giving up long balls. And the numbers say that too, because he's only giving up 0.36 home runs per 9 innings, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I really like Sandy Alcantara because he's an old-fashioned pitcher, man. Like, he goes deep into games. He pounds the fucking strike zone. And even when he gets behind 2-0, like, he fucking challenges guys. Like, he don't pitch around nobody, dude.
Yeah.
And I respect the shit out of that.
To me, that dominance doesn't show there, though, without striking
It's a 1.72 ERA because he gets ground balls. He has a power sinker. He's a power sinker pitcher.
Yeah, but he doesn't get that strikeout, and he's pretty high on the walk list. 2.54 walks per 9 compared to the other, top 10 pitchers here in the league.
Well, that's why his
Not
xFIP is a
looking
little bit higher. But
great. Yeah.
I'm telling you, with the ground ball rate, he can afford to walk guys because he gets in hella double plays.
That's true.
You know, so I mean, I've seen that he's gone up against some great offenses too. He's held the Mets at bay. He's held the Phillies at bay. Like he's really challenged some great offenses, and it's crazy to me because the Marlins have like 2 aces, but that team fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah,
it's fucking crazy,
the
dude.
offense is not
They might
good.
have They might have 2 of the 4 best pitchers in the National League, and here they are like struggling. I really liked Zach Gallen before, but he's kind of tailed off a little bit.
Definitely has.
He's really struggled to find the strike zone with his fastball. His fastball, his command's been a little bit off. He did have a good start tonight against the Padres. He went 6 innings, allowed 2 runs. The last home run he allowed, though, that should have been a fucking ground rule double because the fan reached over. They even reviewed it. I don't know what the fuck they were looking at, but regardless, gave up 2 runs in six innings, which is good.
Yeah,
he's got to get back there, but I'm gonna ride with Alcantara right now, bro. Like, I think he's the best pitcher in the National League. I think Musgrove, like, we saw him dominate early on last year, and he kind of tailed off towards the end of the year. He missed his last start with COVID, so he'll be back for his next start.
yeah.
I think Max Fried could be a good play at plus 1192. He's been fucking excellent. Really shut down the Giants yesterday. The Giants have been really hot. They fucking scored 12 runs today when he doesn't pitch. Max Fried is great. Tony Gonsolin, I just don't think there's much value there because this guy has never pitched this many innings in his life.
Yep.
He gave up, what was it? Was it 2 earned today or 3 earned? I think it was 2. I think he gave up 2 earned today against the Reds. But I think he's going to eventually regress a little bit. I mean, he's not even on. Is he even on the top 20 in xFIP? I do not believe so.
Yep.
Nah, he's not even in the top 30 for xFIP. So
Yeah.
he'll definitely regress a little bit up here. And I honestly, I think those are the only plays you can make, dude, is Fried, Burns, or Alcantara at this point.
No Musgrove up there?
Nah, because I think he's going to tail off like he did last year. Remember, he was hella good in the beginning of the year, and then he fucking fell apart in the second year.
Injured, right?
Nah, he didn't get injured.
I thought he had elbow soreness.
Nah, because he would have eventually got Tommy John. You get elbow soreness, you're getting Tommy John now. That's why
Didn't
Walker
he already
Buehler might
have-
not fucking.
Musgrove already had Tommy John, though, didn't he?
I don't think so. Maybe earlier in his career,
I
but
thought he had it early in his career. Yeah.
Walker Buehler's had Tommy John. He might need Tommy John again, bro.
Yep.
They're about to, dude. They might have Walker Buehler out for a long while, bro. I mean, he's at least out 3 months, but this is the thing with Tommy John, dude. Is you can't rely on that shit. Like, if they wait till August and then it's like he tries to throw and he needs Tommy John, it's like, bro, you just wasted like 2 years.
Yep.
If he needs it, just get it now so he can come back like next after, 2023 All-Star break, right?
Yep.
Just doesn't make sense to me why they do that shit. But man, that sucks for the Dodgers, bro.
Yep.
Very much sucks.
So you're going Alcantara.
Yep.
And they go.
I'm going Alcantara number 1, Burns 2, and then Fried 3.
I'm going to go Burns, Musgrove, and then Alcantara. I know that's top 3.
You're
on
crazy.
Skinny, but we'll see what ends up.
I mean, honestly, I don't think any of those are bad bets because I think one of those guys is gonna win.
Yeah,
like it would take a miraculous second half for some of those other guys, and then not only that, these other guys at the top would have to tail off, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see, but I definitely agree with you. I think those are the top guys. Max Fried over Joe Musgrove, though. Max Fried is a fucking ace, dog. That guy's gonna be the best pitcher in the league in a couple of years. All right, let's talk about the AL Cy Young, Ben. We got Verlander is the favorite, plus 300. Shane McClanahan, second, plus 375. Alek Manoah, third, plus 700. Nestor Cortez, fourth, plus 789. Keep in mind, this is not updated after today because Nestor Cortez is definitely going to drop. And then Garrett Cole, plus 800, which he rose up after his last start. And then we got a bunch of guys that are fucking hella long shots. Gausman, Cease, Bieber, Skubal.
Why is Verlander number 1?
I'm gonna guess namesake.
Yeah. I mean,
And he did start well.
None of his stats are that good, but they're also not that bad. I just don't see him as like, I don't see anything that really stands out to me other than the opponent's batting average of 230.
I mean, that's not even that. I mean, it's all right.
And it's better than
a lot of people, but
yeah.
2.3 ERA, 3.39 xFIP though. So I mean, we have been seeing regression.
Yep.
Ground ball percentage 40%. That's pretty good.
Yeah, again, but just not compared to the other pitchers right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I wouldn't play that.
Yeah. I like McClanahan here.
I like McClanahan
from the race. Yeah.
He's nasty.
12 strikeouts per 9. Only 1.7 in the walks factor, 1.17 in the home runs per 9, which isn't great.
Number 1 in xFIP too.
Yep. Number 1 in xFIP. I just lost him in my list.
The only thing that does scare me about him though, Ben, is he has a very high home run to fly ball ratio.
Yep.
18% of fly balls are home runs, dude.
Yeah.
That is not pretty. I do expect that to come down as he gets more starts in Tampa though, because a lot of his starts have come on the road so far.
Yeah. Almost 50% ground ball. Oh, that's a crazy stat. 50% ground ball percentage, but home runs off of fly balls are 18.6.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
So they either juice it or hitting a ground ball.
No, that's not good at all. But also, like, when you have a high home run to fly ball ratio, that's why the xFIP kind of balances that out, because especially when a guy like that has 12 Ks per 9, only 1.71 walks. So really, he just has to stay away from the long ball. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like his last start against the Yankees yesterday. He literally made one mistake his entire start, and it was a fucking pitch that Rizzo just fucking raked out.
Yeah.
But that was the only run he gave up, was a solo home run to Rizzo, and the dude fucking lost the game. Well, actually, he didn't lose the game because the Rays came back and tied it, but they ended up losing.
Manoah's not looking too bad either.
Manoah's good too.
xFIP's pretty high.
Yeah, his xFIP's high because he does tend to get himself into trouble very often, which is a concern. And like his last start against the Yankees, I thought that kind of hurt his Cy Young, because I think he was like the number 2 Cy Young in odds last week before his Yankees start.
Yeah.
And he kind of got knocked back. Nestor Cortez, I just don't think there's any value, dude. Gave up 4 earned runs today. I think you're going to see more of that. He's going to come down to earth. He's been having a fucking San Francisco Giants 2021 type season this year, where he's just
Kevin Gausman.
playing way above what he's ever played in his entire life. So I do think we're going to see him kind of come back to earth a little bit. Don't think there's any value on him. Garrett Cole, maybe, just because he plays for the Yankees. You know what I mean? And like, he was really good in his start yesterday against the Rays. He had a no-hitter into the 8th inning.
Yeah.
Kevin Gausman, I wouldn't pitch. Dylan Cease is an interesting one, Ben, because this guy, the White Sox have the easiest schedule the second half of the year.
It's true.
So he could like really dominate the stat book. And like today, he held the Blue Jays scoreless through 6 innings, and he was dominant. And even against the Dodgers, like, he was really good. The only reason why he gave up 6 runs and they were all unearned was because of a fucking error. He should have been out of the inning.
Errors, and he walks a lot of batters.
He does get into situations where he walks, but he didn't walk a ton of guys tonight, although the Blue Jays don't walk a lot. But still, a great performance against a good team. And Ben, I said this on Sunday, the Blue Jays cannot beat good teams, dude.
Yep, 100%.
And I think that might hurt Manoah too, dude. You know what I mean? But I do think he is their ace. I do think he's their best pitcher.
Yeah.
Do you see any value at any of these guys, like Logan Gilbert plus 3,500, Shane Bieber plus 24? Shane Bieber has been really good his last few starts.
Yeah.
Michael Kopech.
Yeah, I could see either Gilbert or Bieber kind of taking the Cy Young, just because they're on teams that aren't necessarily, they're up and coming teams that, don't have it all there, but they're playing very well.
Yeah.
I could see either of those play like Bieber or Gilbert kind of taking that there because they are such a star on their own personal team there. I don't think Gilbert gets it because Seattle is not playing strong enough.
Dude, that's the thing,
don't.
Ben, is I feel like that kind of helps Cy Young cases. Because remember when Felix Hernandez was like 9-13 on the year, but he had like a 2.1 ERA and he was on that dog shit Mariners team and he won the fucking Cy Young? I feel like that could kind of benefit guys in a way. You know what I mean? If they're on bad teams. Because that's part of why I like Sandy Alcantara. Because, like, he's a good pitcher on a bad team. Like, he literally gets, like, no run support, dude.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, I feel like voters kind of feel for those guys. They're like, oh, this fucking guy, dude, pitches his fucking heart out every day and fucking doesn't get wins.
But their record also plays big aspect of that vote, too. If you're coming in and, that's why, like, Gausman, he's pitching great, but he's got a 5-6 record here, which drops him a lot.
Well, he pitched decent today, but the 4 starts before that, he was fucking horrible. Gave up, like, what was it, 6 earned runs to my Baltimore Orioles last start. Not good. Yeah. Who's your top 3 NL guys here, Ben? Or AL, sorry, AL.
AL, I'm going to go McClanahan, Manoah, and I'll give it to Bieber over Gilbert.
I'm going to go with you. McClanahan, Manoah is my top 2 for sure. And I'm going to go out on a limb, Ben. I'm going to say Dylan Cease.
Okay.
This number 3, because they do have an easy schedule.
A lot of strikeouts per 9.
Yeah.
A lot of walks per 9.
Yeah. No, he has electric stuff. Everything moves.
Yep.
So, I mean, I just think he has such an easy schedule in the second half, man. I could definitely see him going on like a 7-start win streak, dude, and just kind of taking the headlines, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with those guys. But I'm with you, dude. I think McClanahan is number 1, dude.
Yeah.
I think that's the one I would play first and foremost in Manoah. Number 2, and then I think I'm with you. Number 3 is kind of wide open, whoever you like. Definitely not playing Verlander number 1, though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, let's hop into a couple games tomorrow for Major League Baseball. So for those of you out there, you're going to get a lot more baseball talk. So if you like baseball, you're definitely going to want to tap in Monday through Wednesday. Pod comes out the next day. Yep. So that'll always be out if you missed the live show. You can catch us on YouTube. Just go to taproomsportspodcast.com. It'll direct you there. Please like and subscribe, because if you subscribe, that'll get us our own custom URL for YouTube, and then we can actually do some stuff. You know? So we'll get there. But let's start with this first game, Ben. So,
which game are we doing first?
We're going to do Baltimore and Washington.
Okay.
We're going to do Baltimore and Washington. This is a game where I was kind of going down the list when we were choosing our games, and I was like, you know what? Tyler Wells, who's going to be pitching for Baltimore, is a kid that I really like. Mm-hmm. I think he's got a bright future. He has pretty electric stuff. He has some good swing and miss ratio. Doesn't get a ton of strikeouts per 9. Has a pretty good xFIP though, 4.7, 4.71 Sierra, but it has been improving as the year has gone on, which I think is the most impressive thing. His last start against Tampa Bay, he was really good. Against Toronto. Yeah. He was really good. So I wanted to play this game. Plus, Patrick Corbin has been one of the worst pitchers in baseball this year.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a ton of value here, I think. Washington right now, plus 135 on the money line. The total's at 9.5. Baltimore minus 148, which I guess you could look at this from a contrarian standpoint. You could say, well, I got to lay $1.48 on Tyler Wells. That's a lot. But I'm telling y'all, this Baltimore Orioles team is a scrappy team, man. They are a good team.
Quick question here.
Yeah.
You talk about Patrick Corbin and how bad he's been.
Yep. Very bad.
Last start against Philly, 3 1/3 inning, 8 hits, 9 runs, and only 2 earned. How does that happen?
It's errors, dude. But that's the thing is
errors.
Well, I mean, look at Dylan Cease, dude, because he was supposed to get out of an inning, and the inning ended up continuing. So every single run after that was unearned.
Okay.
right? So similar thing to Patrick Corbin here. The thing is that Patrick Corbin is getting hit by everybody. Like, this isn't just a one-off game. This is every single game.
Yeah.
Like, look how many runs he's given up, Ben.
Yeah. 7 against the Mets, 6 against Atlanta. 7 against San Francisco as well. 5 against Houston.
5 against Milwaukee.
Yep. 4 against Milwaukee. 3 against Cincinnati, Colorado.
Yep.
And then 2 versus the Mets, Miami, and Philly. And those are just earned runs.
And he's walking a lot of guys. 3.49 walks per innings. 14.7% home run to fly ball ratio. Only getting 47.8 ground balls isn't that bad, but his balls in play 363, dude. So that is not good, which kind of helps his xFIP. His xFIP is 4.35, and that's because he does give up such a high percentage, because technically on balls in play, especially at the major league level, you should typically see at that average down, especially if you're getting 47% ground ball rate. But that could also mean guys are hitting them into gaps too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you do have to kind of be careful with that. Against left-handed pitching, Baltimore 22nd in WRC plus. They do have a pretty high K percentage, 25% against left-handed pitchers. Let's see here. Their WOBA weighted on base is 299, so basically 3. Trying to see I want to see their swing percentage here. All right, here we go. Baltimore 21st in WRC plus, 8% walk percentage, so they don't walk a ton, but they're like middle of the pack, I would say, in walking.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Baltimore is they've been good lately, right? They've been swinging the sticks pretty well. I mean, what do you think about this one? I like Tyler Wells. I think Tyler Wells he's a good young pitcher. I think obviously the Orioles have a lot of good young talent. They're going to be really good in a couple years.
Yeah. I personally, I'd go with the first 5 minus half a run to Baltimore here. Just because I don't think Corbin is really going to get out of 5 innings. He hasn't lately. And, Baltimore, as you said, really does kind of pick things up, into this, end of the first third of the season here. It's the second and third times around where Patrick Corbin gets hit and hit hard. So I definitely like that. Looking at the over-under, at 9.5, I'd probably stay away from that. It would likely hit, just the way these last ones have. Well,
I think the over is going to hit.
Over is going to hit, yeah. Even though today's game only went 3-0.
I mean,
Baltimore hasn't hit the over a lot in the last 10. Maybe.
No, they're 7-3 in the over. Their last
3,
10.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, the last. One of the last 4.
I would play the over. Here's why I wouldn't play first 5, and I think there's a lot more value in the long game, and here's why, Ben, because Baltimore has one of the better bullpens in the major leagues. And when I say that, I mean they're high leverage guys. Like, they're top 3 bullpen guys when they're up. I mean, lights out stuff, dude. Like, they're that good. They got this kid Lopez, who's inherited, like, I think it was like 48 base runners last time I saw it. Inherited 48 base runners, and none of them scored, dude. Not one single one, dude. So I like Baltimore if I'm gonna play Baltimore, it's gonna be the entire game, and I do like Baltimore here. I think Baltimore minus, minus 142. I think that's good value because they are the better team, right? And a team with Juan Soto, you're like, dude, that's fucking crazy. But Baltimore is a better team, dude. Like I said, they have a better bullpen. Tyler Wells is the better pitcher, and their offense is scrappy, dude. Like, they score runs, man. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
With everything that you just said there, why aren't you taking first 5?
Well, I just think there's more value because anytime you take a favorite,
but if you're taking a half a run, you're gonna get plus odds there.
Minus 110 right now. I mean, I would play it, but I would definitely play the whole game. I think the whole game is better value than the first 5 because this game could very well be 6-6 after the first 5 innings. You know what I mean? I like Tyler Wells, but he's still a young pitcher, dude.
And that's exactly why I'm thinking that. I mean, he's pitched against a lot of good teams and hasn't shown really any.
Yeah, he's pitched against a lot of good teams.
Any downside here. So, I mean, he blanked Boston. He blanked the Yankees. He's only allowed a single run in Toronto, Minnesota, Kansas City, but that's not surprising. And other than his first start, everything else was great.
Don't tell the Angels that, dude.
That's true. That's very true.
Shit. And he's been good at home. 2.66 ERA at home compared to 4.25. Yeah, I mean, I would play the first 5 minus a half. I would like the full game money line, and I'm gonna stay away from the over under. Probably lean the over though, because I think the Orioles might score like 7 runs by themselves.
Yeah.
And anytime a team puts up 7 runs by themselves, you never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to this next game. So we both like the Orioles here.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next game. We're gonna talk about the defending World Series champion Atlanta Braves against the San Francisco Giants. Right now, Carlos Rodon's going to take the hill against Charlie Morton. Right now, San Francisco a plus 107 dog. So slight underdog. Atlanta minus 117. The total's at 8.5, man. What's your thoughts on this one?
Well, the first thing that jumps out to me is under for the first 5.
78% of tickets on the Giants already. So that line's going to switch a little bit.
Yeah, big win today. I would go under first 5. I think you've got 2 really good pitchers on the hill, and Rodon, who strikes out a lot per 9, and Morton, who, I mean, he has his last start against the Cubs. I know it's the Cubs, was really good. 3 hits, 7 innings, no runs.
Against the Cubbies.
Yeah, against the Cubs too. Maybe not.
Atlanta 3rd against left-handed pitching in WRC plus 126.
Yeah. See, this was looking at these numbers, like they're really good against left-handed pitching. They're really good at home. They let up a lot of hits at home, though.
Yeah, the over is usually always a good play in Atlanta in the summer.
Especially because it's going to be 95 degrees and humid tomorrow.
Yeah, and the ball flew today, dude.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But it didn't on what, Sunday?
Monday?
No, Monday.
Yeah, but you also had Max Fried on the hill.
It's true.
Against who was pitching for the Giants?
Logan Webb.
Yeah, okay. So you have Webb against Max Fried.
Yeah. Yep.
But I mean, against right-handed pitching, the Giants are 9th in WRC plus. So I mean, they're a good team against right-handed pitching. They do have a very high K percentage though, 22.3, which is top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
So they do have a high strikeout percentage. Carlos Rodon in his last 2 starts has been good. 0 earned runs against the Dodgers and the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah.
Before that, though, he went through a stretch where he was not good.
Mediocre. I'd say the only not good game was that St. Louis game.
He got fucking rocked. But yeah, he settled down a little bit. I think the big thing with him is he has a high K per 9, so he's really looking for strikeout pitches.
Yeah.
Let's see here. If you look at where he wasn't good, so he has a very high outside of the zone swing percentage, 36%. Last start against Pittsburgh, 41%. That's what you like to see. Zone swing percent, 69. So guys are looking at a lot of pitches. Zone contact percent, 81.6%, which is very good. Swing and strike, 13.4%. So very high swing and strike rate. Last 2 starts over 15% too, which is very good. And obviously his worst start, swing and strike percent, only 8.6%. So I don't know, man. This is This is a
tough game especially with them both splitting the first two.
Yeah, this is like to me, this is play the Giants or don't play it at all. And the reason for that is because I am not gonna back Charlie Morton at minus money, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not laying over $1 to back him. But I think the over 8.5 might have some good value, dude. Because the Giants might put up 6. And, the Braves do hit lefties well.
Once we get into the bullpen, then it's a whole nother ball game for the Giants.
Exactly. So. That's the thing, too, is like the bullpen is a whole different game. So, honestly, Ben, the value play here might be Giants first 5 money line.
Yep.
Because it's going to be, actually, might not even get plus value on that. Because this line could be manipulated because they know the Giants bullpen sucks. So, you might actually have to pay a premium on first 5, but I would still do it. Right? And I'll probably take first 5 over 4.5. I think those might be the 2 best plays, dude.
Yeah. I'm gonna, for better value, I'm gonna take Giants minus half a run.
Yeah. No, that definitely might be the play.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if they're the favorite in the first 5, let me see here. Because no one really has a first 5 up yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I would assume they're gonna be a favorite. Yeah, so Action Network has it first 5 minus 114. So
is that just money line? Well,
yeah, money line, no run. But if they're minus 114, that means they're gonna be minus a half a run at probably like plus 120, plus 125.
Yeah.
Which could be some good value.
Yeah.
I don't know. That ball just flies out of fucking Truist Park, though. It's a tough one.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, let's get some best bets for the people, Ben. So we just went over 2 games. Plus, we went over the NHL Stanley Cup.
Yep.
So what best bets you got for Wednesday? What is it? June 22nd.
I think I'm going to steal one of your bets. So I have 3 here.
Okay. Okay.
The one I'm going to steal is as we were talking about it more. I did just continue to like it even more. And that's going to be Colorado over 2.5. I was going to go over for the whole game, but I think you're absolutely right there. Is that Colorado over 2.5 is going to be a great bet there. I do like the over, but I think you have more of a secure bet with that Colorado one there.
Agreed.
Instead of going full game there. So I'm going to take that one. I'm also going to do first 5s, as I was talking about earlier for the baseball game. So I'm going to go Baltimore minus half a run for that first 5. We talked about how bad Patrick Corbin has been, and I think that is going to continue. He hasn't showed me that it's stopping anytime soon. So when you even pitching against Philly, when you allow 2 runs in 3 1/3 innings, 9 runs in 3 1/3 innings, only 2 earned, but that is against Philly, not the greatest there too. So and then we're gonna kind of piggyback on the San Francisco minus half a run for the first 5, just basically because of Rodon here. His strikeouts per start is incredible here. Charlie Morton hasn't shown us really much over this, his first 10 games of the season. So I think we can take San Francisco minus half a run for that first 5.
I like it, man. I like it. I very much like it, Ben. All right, my 2 best bets of today. I'm also going over 2.5 goals for Colorado. I do know we have to pay some juice there, minus 145, minus 155 around there, but I do think that it does have tremendous value because Colorado has gone over that 2.5 pretty much all playoffs long. So I like that. I like that bet. And then my final best bet is I am gonna take Baltimore money line for the entire game. Like I said, I love their bullpen. If they get a lead in the first 5, I would play the first 5 too, but I really like the full game because even if they do get behind, Washington is one of the worst bullpens in all of baseball, so they can at least knock if they don't get to Corbin, they're gonna knock the bullpen, and then they can close it out. So give me Baltimore money line, Colorado over 2.5. I like those bets, and then I also like Giants and Braves over 8.5. I'll also play that one, but I don't love it enough to make that a best bet.
Yeah.
Let's
we came
go,
out with
baby.
a lot of good bets on this throughout the whole show, though.
Hell yeah, man. And that's what, like I said, man, that's what's going to be great about the show going forward in the summer is you're going to hear a lot more baseball. When Irv and I are on, we're going to talk a lot of college football, getting ready for the season. And then, Ben and I also will be previewing some NFL stuff as well as we get towards it. But, man, we got an action-packed summer, man. Very excited. Very excited for this baseball season because it has been a great baseball season so far. Very much looking forward to the rest of it.
And
Talk
for me,
some futures.
When hockey's done, when College World Series done, there's nothing else to watch except for baseball. So.
Except baseball. So you're going to get a lot of baseball stuff. So hopefully y'all love baseball. Make sure to go to Devour.com or download the Devour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code Taproom for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more.
Yes, sir.
From Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks on Stacks Lats. I will be back tomorrow night with Swerve and Irving Washington. We'll be talking Stanley Cup recap, and then we'll also be talking about the NBA draft
Thursday.
On Thursday. So definitely going to want to tap into that. If you have access to any books that have any NBA draft prop odds, I actually have some good information because I know somebody who's very tapped in. So y'all definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. And then we got a promotion coming up. We're gonna be giving away some things next month for our YouTube, a YouTube promotion. So definitely make sure to tap into that. We appreciate y'all, love y'all. Thank you for the support. We will see y'all later. Have a great fucking Wednesday, and let's win this money and head to the window. We out.